Welcome to the Edge2Web Getting Started video series. In this video, we are going to learn how to use Team Manager to set up users, groups, and access policies for Edge2Web Power Tools, designers, and end users. To open Team Manager, open the Admin menu and click on the Team Manager item. The Team Manager has a listing area where you can view users, groups, and policies, as well as set up support user access. The Users tab lists users and allows you to create new users and edit existing users. The Groups tab lists your user groups. There are 3 user groups built into Power Tools. Administrators, which typically has full access to Power Tools. Designers, which have access to the builders for creating formulas, scorecards, and dashboards. And users, who can use scorecards and dashboards to which they have been given access. The Policies tab allows you to create and edit policies for asset access and actions that can be performed by your users. The Support tab allows adding and removing Edge2Web support access to your organization. By default, Power Tools enables support access. Let's create a policy to give a new group of users access to assets. On the Policies tab, I'll click the Create button and supply a name for the new policy. I'll just click Create Policy. And now that the new policy has been created, I'm going to select the asset group that I want to give access to for this policy, which is the London Line 1. I apply that. I'll give access to the entire branch, and now I have a policy for accessing of the Line 1 assets. Now I'm going to create a new group for my Line 1 operators. On the Groups tab, I click the Create button. I'm going to give it a name and create the group. I can manage what users are in the group here and also what policies are attached to the group. So let's go to the Policies area. I'm going to select the London Line 1 policy and add it as a policy for this group. Now let's create a new user for this group. From the Users tab, click Create, enter the information for the new user, and select a primary role. I'm going to select the role Users, and I'm going to create the new user. Now, in addition to the user group, I'm going to add them to the London Line group. At this point, the user has been created and they'll receive an email with instructions on how to log into Power Tools. Before we sign in as the new user, let's manage what scorecards and dashboards they're going to see once they log in. As an administrator, I have access to the Scorecard Manage menu, and I'm going to click on it now to manage what the user will see. I haven't set up the scorecards menu yet, so it's empty, so I'm going to click the plus sign to add a new menu item. I'm going to open the scorecards menu item, and I'm going to select a scorecard. I'm going to choose the OEE KPI scorecard and hit OK. I'm going to name the menu item OEE KPIs as well, and then I'm just going to save the menu. Now let's set up the dashboards menu. I'm going to select dashboards and open the Manage button. I'm going to click the plus sign to add a new dashboard. I'm going to open the dashboard item, and I'm going to select a dashboard. I'm going to select a spatial layout of the floor plan for the line M1. Now I'm going to name this London Line 1, and I'm going to hit Save. Now let's see what our new user is going to see when they log in. I followed the instructions received in the email, and I've logged in. Now I see that I have a scorecards menu, a dashboards menu, a settings menu, but I don't have any admin or tools menu. That's because I'm a normal user and not a designer or an administrator. Let's try out the scorecard that I have access to. I'm going to click the OEE KPI scorecard. I'm going to select an asset group. Notice the only group I see is the London Line 1 group because that's all I was given access to. I'm going to click it and click Apply, and now the scorecards are being generated. Next, let's take a look at the dashboard that was created. I'm going to select the London Line 1 dashboard, and it automatically loads with the Line 1 assets displayed on a floor plan. I can open and close cards to see other information about the assets, and I can also switch back to scorecards. I can update my user profile. So this user is now fully enabled for Edge2Web Power Tools. That concludes the Getting Started guide for Team Manager.